welcome everyone to another MoonDog Flies. I am Mr. MoonDog and I am flying with the Monkey Show, minus the Monkey Show tonight. Uh, Quite a little bit of previous obligations required today from Zig and Draco, and maybe flying by myself tonight. That's fine. Be flying in the Cessna 182 here. We're going to be leaving from Cleveland Hopkins Airport and going up to Toronto, landing there, dropping off these three passengers, turning around and coming back to Cleveland, but going to Burke Lakefront Airport, which is 10, 12 miles up the streets. And then we're going west out to Bowling Green, and depending upon how everything goes, might even continue on into Wisconsin. These flights are part of the FS Economy with the flight group that I'm with, the Monkey Show Air group, and we're going to jump in this and get going. Try and actually talk through some of this more so we can go. So normally that would be there, so we'll do that. And see, I like this over time. So H2. Because we want to get to that stuff down there. Check weight and balance. We're pretty well balanced that way. Parking brake set. Wheel control removed. Ignitions, auto ignition and avionics are off. Master switch on. Fuel check quantity. If we're there. Static air is in. Annunciator switches. Good. All right. Fuel selector to both. Cow flaps open. I don't know why I need to keep checking that. Up is open. Flaps all the way extended. Elevator trim set to take off, and sets all the way down. Then back off. Let's do a walk around. Up. Start with share movement and check. Make sure nothing's broken. No damage visible. Tie flap. Tie. Yes, we can talk. Sure, remove tie ropes. Flap. All warning. So, takes. Wheel chocks. We should be checking air pressure while we're here. Check fluids. Make sure they look all good. Visually check our fuel right where we want it. Oil. Just a smidge down, but we're good there. And make sure that's clear debris. Make sure nothing inside there. Condition of the fellows. Why am I sitting inside when I'm outside doing this walk around? I don't know. Check fluids down here. Good. Checking the other static air source for blockage. That looks good. Fuel's just about perfectly even. Good for there. Wheel chocks. Check for pressure again. It's that little thing right there. Just a fuel tank vent opening. Tie down. Check for damage on the ailerons. flaps, make sure there's movement. Joke. Damage, nope. Back of the plane. Thing that there. Damage. Doesn't look like there's any. Good there. Tie down. Lock the baggage compartment. Move the pitot sock. Make sure warm to the touch. Back inside. Alright, ready to do startup. So we can see gauges. We'll do. Nope, that's not what. Alright. Throttle cracked. Mixtures out. Prop controls in. Master switch on. Beacon on. Valve flaps are still open. Fuel pump on. Counts about 3. Push that in. That off. All clear. Didn't sound like it started. Back again. There we go. Turn on alternator. Oil pressure. Suction amperage, we're good, we're good. Oil pressure, alright. It's cold at the moment. Turn on nav lights so they can see us. Don't need nav or pitot heat yet. Avionics on. Radios all on. That one out of the way. Get that all the way up while we're running. Test all these while we're here. What we'll do is we'll go outside view around here this way. So left, right, down, up, right, left, or left, right, yep. You want a little bit of cabin heat because 39 degrees outside right now. That's a little bit. And that'll clear up the windows pretty quickly. Right. Don't need that because now we need to call the power. It did's in the chat. That doesn't like to play there. That definitely does not want to play. Get that up out of the way. Cleveland Tower is 255. No, 125.05. is all coming. My headset. It's not what I want.
Cleveland, clearance delivery. Cessna, Delta, Oscar Golf. Say again, please. Cessna, Mike, Delta, Oscar Golf is cleared to Toronto Airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 125.35, squawk 4207. Cleveland, clearance delivery. Orbit board 46, IFR to Denver, ready to copy. Orbit board 46 is cleared to Denver Airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb and maintain 8,000. Departure frequency is 125.35, squawk 2471. Orbit board 46 cleared to Denver Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 8,000. Departure on 125.35, squawk 2471. Orbit board 46, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Cessna, Mike, Delta, Oscar Golf, cleared to Toronto Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure on 125.35, squawk 4207. Cessna, Delta, Oscar Golf, readback correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
You don't. So we're ready to contact ground.
Cleveland, ground. Cessna, Mike, Delta,
Request a taxi.
Ready to taxi, IFR.
Cessna, Mike, Delta, Oscar Golf. Taxi to and hold short of runway 6, right. Via taxiway Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Papa. Contact tower at 133.6 when ready.
Cleveland,
Six,
ground.
right.
Orbit board 46 with Foxtrot. Ready to taxi, IFR.
Orbit board 46. Taxi to and
This
hold
guy's
short of
like
runway
right on
6,
top
right.
of us talking all the time, isn't he?
Juliet, Lima, Papa. Contact tower at 133.6 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 6, right using taxiway Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Papa. Cessna, Delta, Oscar Golf. Taxiing hold short runway 6, right via taxiway Yankee, Juliet, Lima, Papa. Orbit board
Set this for
46.
136. Around here. Sure we don't see anything our way. Brakey brake.
Cleveland, ground. Pacifica 2016 with Foxtrot. Ready to taxi, IFR.
Pacifica 2016. Taxi to and hold short of runway
6 right. So
via taxiway
we
Juliet, Romeo, Lima, Papa. Contact
headed
tower
halfway across the airport to get there.
when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 6, right using taxiway Juliet, Romeo, Lima, Papa.
So the last flight we did in 737s, and now I'm down into a little Cessna, back where I feel very comfortable in this little plane. So I'm coming set. Brakes a little squeaky. Haven't flown the plane in a while. Yes. This is an A2A plane, and if you don't fly it, it will sit there and get leaks in the hangar. Brakes will get squeaky from not use. Have to repair them, adjust them and stuff. So. About 6. So. We can see the markings of a Cessna 8 miles out, so by the time we get ready to take off, they'll be ready to land right in our way. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Check the barometer. 30.43. This one is at that too. There you go. That was all set. Probably taxied all the way over here without taxi lights on. Yep. Alright. Lining up here to take off here in just a minute. Alright. Final check, we want to set flaps. Ready to hit that for reset, that timer, power.
Cleveland Tower, Cessna, Mike Delta Oscar Golf, ready for IFR departure, runway 6, right. Cessna, Mike Delta Oscar Golf, cleared for takeoff, runway 6, right. Cleared for takeoff, runway 6, right. Cessna, Mike Delta Oscar Golf. Cessna 33 Bravo, cleared to land, runway 6 right.
Cessna's cleared to land, so we better
Cleared
get
to
moving.
land, runway 6 right. Cessna 33 Bravo.
Let's take off. Go fly a plane. headed towards downtown Cleveland right there. Climb to 5,000. Navigations. I'll catch the GPS line. We're all set. Definitely on our way. Clouds go up. Start the timer at the beginning of the runway, start the timer after we're in the air. Close enough. Runway lights over there, just over the dash for Burke Lakefront Airport, where we'll be returning to and landing there. Which means we'll probably have to fly over here, loop around, and come in this direction. Outside the beam. Take a look at that. Let's see. If I remember my highways up there, this is Interstate 2. We have 90 and 490. It's that highway right there. 480 is that one over there. Downtown, the flats is right through here with all this water. You have the east and the west flats. Down there, you'll be able to see Cleveland Municipal Stadium. And let's see. Oh, they've got it. Jacobs Field. It's no longer Jacobs Field. It is down over here where the Indians play. IndyCar circuit. I used to come here to Cleveland for a race, and that would be on Burke Lakefront Airport runways. So a quick little bit of history for those slightly interested in the Cleveland area there. Now we get to fly long, slow flight over the water of Lake Erie. One of the 5 Great Lakes. Bonus points for those that can answer all 5 lakes in chat. I can barely hear you, Dan. What was that?
Lake number 1, lake number 2, lake number 3.
Okay. Partially right, so you don't get full credit. Give another second there for anyone to try and think of the answers. It's Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, and Lake Superior. Bonus points for anyone that knows which 2 lakes is separated by Niagara Falls. Ontario what?
Erie.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, my parents
Oh, my back is killing me tonight. I just want these fights to be done and over with already. May have to get up and jump and get another ice pack. Ah. So now that we're up here, so put this back down to wait a minute. That was bad. Yeah, I pulled the mixture all the way off, which shuts the engine off. Not what you want. So now I've got pressure set about 20, so it's fuel usage about 10, and our RPMs are about 2200. We still have 125 knot speed, not bad. Water, duh. Andrew, for answers like that, you lose points. He's trying to answer which no, I didn't even ask that. I asked what the names of the lakes were, and I asked what two lakes was separated by the Niagara Falls. Water's not even in it. You're withheld to after school with extra homework. 33 hours on this thing. And recheck. Yeah, but it's cool. And stay. I thought I warmed it up a little bit. Alright. More heat then. Let's see, power settings. Running at 2400. Yep, yep, good there. Wow. It's close. That was down most of the way. Alright, distance to, let's see, we got 150 nautical miles. Hour and 13 minutes left. Wish I had a quicker plane now. So, but it's a nice, peaceful flight. flying over the coast of Lake Erie in Ohio. Really won't get to the Canada side until we get halfway across the lake, which probably would be about 3/4 of the flight, is the direction we're taking. It's cool. Fine. I warmed up more than that. Outside. Huh? Good thing we have pitot heat on it. Good thing we warming it up, I guess. Flight path line. This line represents U.S. and Canada border. So like I was saying, probably get maybe not 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the flight there before we actually fly into Canada. Everyone have their passports ready when we get there. Because they now check right at the border, so that means you're going to pull over while you're flying, show them passports. No comments? Okay. Set. Let's see. Recommended EGT exit gas temp. Over here. 50. Or not too far off on that. Just a little bit warm. Touch. And let's see. Alright, any suggestions? I'll take them right now. Alright. Otherwise though, going 120 knots, we're not going too slow. Cabin is finally at a nice temperature. Alright. flying along. Alright, well, while we have a second here, as soon as I get up, ATC will probably want to do some kind of change there or not. See that where our change. You there, you can see our altitude. Our altitude is 547 feet. That's wrong. 135 nautical miles to go. That's right. Oh no, I missed a number there. 5,474 feet. That's okay. So. My life has got us correct there. Okay. That's where I was missing. So, if we're looking at airports here, insurance for arrival.
Radar contact 5 miles west of Buster Airport 5, 6,500. Clear through the Bravo airspace. Maintain no navigation. Orbit 5156. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Orbit 5156. Clear through the Bravo airspace. Cessna 76 kilo. Cleveland approach. Cessna November 176 kilo.
We got 1, 2, 3, one direction, so we're going to have
6,500. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna November 176
that's
kilo.
left and right, 6 left and right, 5, 15 left and right, so 2 in one direction, basically 3 in the other direction. Nearby VOR, so I can direction. Let's see, where's that at? Hey, no problem. As long as you're enjoying it, uh, welcome from U.S. to Russia.
Cessna 76 Kilo. Cleveland approach. Cessna November 4176 Kilo. Disconnect. Skyhawk 6 miles southeast of Cleveland. 6,500. Request clearance to transition Bravo.
Just trying to
Cessna November
find
4176 Kilo. Cleveland
navigation VOR so that I can put that in so we can track that way.
5034. Cessna 76 Kilo. Cessna 76 Kilo. Radar contact 6 miles south of Cleveland. 6,500. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Contact Cleveland Center on 132.4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much.
Cessna 76 Kilo. Going to 132.4. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Cleveland approach. Cessna November 4176 Kilo. Disconnect. Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles south of Cleveland. 6,500. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna November
Contact Cleveland.
Cleveland Center. Cessna Lake Delta Oscar.
Yes, we're flying from Cleveland in United States over to Toronto in Canada. Not much of a long flight. Then we'll be flying back, just landing at a different airport in Cleveland.
Sword 1709er. Contact Toronto Center on 128.275. Going to 128.275. Sword 1709er.
Check something. There you go. That's the next 2 flights. And do you really understand? Yeah. I think so. Understand what you're saying there. Your translator's doing pretty good there. Just don't have a where is one of the nearby VORs is what I want. Well, thanks for stopping in there. And
Okay.
no, I've got Bongo Bones stopping in, Captain Kurt, and Ninja with guitar. And someone just subbed, and I'll have to check that in a minute. Subbed or followed. I'm not sure how to say that, but live in Siberia near Lake Erie.
Cleveland Center, World Travel 8907.
In the Antonov 24. Cool.
World Travel 8907, Cleveland Center, roger.
Alright, so jumping up there. Captain Kurt is now following. Thanks for the follow there. Bag of bones. Well, if you're interested in watching GA flights, that's what I tend to do here. It's the interior takes a second to load up there.
Going to 135.3, World Travel 1284.
Yeah, the scary way across the lake. Direct route from Cleveland there. Not too bad winds and such right now, but who knows? Fail engine 1, there's one engine to fail, right? Get the engine in good tip-top shape, it won't fail though, right? Or 11 more nautical miles. Just about to Canada. Yeah, well. You can either loop around and add, what, a couple hours to the flight or go straight there. Also make sure that the autopilot doesn't lean it out to the point that you actually shut off the engine. I did that just a moment ago. Leaning it out, paying attention to the gauge and not realizing where I was at on the thing. Scary part of the flight is the fact I'm looping back around and going back the same way into a little bit of a wind, so that'll mean even longer over the lake. A2A 182, yes. I can't even access the hangar, see what condition it's in.
World Travel 8907, contact Cleveland Center on 120.775.
But A2A's got most of it pretty well taken care of.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, contact Toronto Center on 135.3.
Knowledge, yeah, handoff 135.
135.3 for Cessna Delta Oscar Golf.
There we go, thank you.
Cleveland Center, Pacifica 6194 with you, flight level 250.
Pacifica 6194, Cleveland Center.
well, in the most of the smaller Cessnas, they're going to be similar pretty well anyways, right?
Contact Bravo Center on 134.375.
134.375, Pacifica 49er.
Isn't it sort of one of those things, if it works, don't change it? If it doesn't work, make sure it works right? Set. So we should be over Canada now, past the imaginary line there. I do want to thank Bag of Bones for rating the channel with all the followers that he did. Thank you. Captain Kurt for following, and Bag of Bones for following, just in case I missed those. I do appreciate it. We fly, as in we, myself and the Monkey Show, where I'm missing a couple of flyers with us tonight, family and work and such, but we fly Tuesday nights and Saturday nights 10 Eastern. See, we also do a bunch of farming, trucking, and other stuff. Also fly during the rest of the week. Just not all of it's on stream, that's all. Thanks for stopping in, Bag of Bones. Make sure you earn those points. If you can get double points, those are always good too. I don't know anything about the PC6. Is it small enough and hand done enough that that's why they are different in design a little bit, because they had different folks working on them? What jumps to my head with that idea. Got 97. Just checking out some stats there on stuff. Let's see. Still don't have a VOR that's close to that, so I guess we'll just wait for we're on course. Or IFR, so before too long, ATC will tell us to turn, what, probably left a few degrees, line up on the airport. 94 out probably won't be for another 30 miles.
American Pacific 1284, contact Toronto Center on 128.275. 128.275, North American Pacific 1284.
Down to
Contact Toronto Center on 134.375.
make it down
134.375.
41.
Store 1709er.
Just try and keep it trimmed out. Important thing would be to check, make sure landing gear's down. To make sure that don't rip the wings off when you descend. Both things that I have done.
Toronto Center, November 1481, Echo, with you. November 1481.
It's hard to explain to the folks why'd he crash. Well, he ripped the wings off again.
That'll do it every time.
Yeah. What do you mean he ripped the wings off again? Well, he has a habit of doing it.
Toronto Center, Cessna, November 00270, with you, 1500. Cessna, November 00270, Toronto Center, Roger, altimeter 3041.
Still out. 5,500 feet. Again, we see land, so even if we lost an engine, I should at least be able to make it to land.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. I have ran a 737 out of fuel, and I landed it, but it wasn't close to where I needed to go. That was a modded plane that I didn't and it didn't calculate fuel correctly. Which having enough fuel and having it calculated correctly is important. Should be able to remember put the landing gear down, seeing how they're fixed. The landing gear are already down.
Yep.
Shouldn't forget. I'm going to be right back. I gotta run off for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Thanks for hanging out while I was gone there. Yeah, I'd have to do an awful lot of screwing up to not make it to land now. Okay, so in Canada, home of many famous actors and actresses, and one that jumps to my head is John Candy. So last night I went out for Chinese for dinner with the wife. Got home. A couple hours later, felt like I hadn't eaten at all. Had pizza earlier for an early dinner. And I'm already looking for like another dinner. Sometimes I wonder if I don't have a tapeworm.
Things are getting real tight around here.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. Things will get better, I'm sure.
I hope.
I'm hoping they do too for you. I've tried to do a good thing for my daughter this last week, and I'm hoping she just didn't thumb her nose up at the offer this week. So she hasn't been working. I got her working with me. She didn't show up. Sort of didn't show up. I went and picked her up. She never came out to get picked up. On the third day of work. So
Toronto Center, orbit 61 with you. Orbit 61, Toronto Center, roger. Orbit 61, traffic alert, 11 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level 325.
hell, if he wasn't so far away, Dan, I'd offer it to you.
Orbit 61,
Yeah, I'd offer you the work.
Toronto Center, orbit 4186, with you.
Orbit 4186, Toronto Center, roger. Orbit 4186, traffic alert, 6 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level 325. Report AC 5700, report to the site.
Orbit 4186, have traffic.
Boy, it looks nice and green down there. Oh, you know what? I bet they've changed over. It's no longer winter scenery. It's probably all spring scenery in FSX. Even though we had snow, measurable snow, 2 days last week.
Yeah.
Woke up, 1.5 inches of snow on the truck. 2 different mornings. This is after 2 days of 80 degrees.
I know how that is. 92 days ago, it's 55 right now.
Yeah, well, that translates. You're further south, so that means 70 today and tomorrow, 40 again next week.
Sounds about right.
Although, I did finally see an extended weather forecast with the local weather, and all week it said it would be the same temperature pretty much all week, which was 55, which is just a little bit cooler than the actual average.
Turn left, heading 020, descend and maintain 13,000. Expect vectors ILS, runway 12, approach. Orbit 984, Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Contact Toronto approach on 128.275.
Of course, asked me to contact approach right after I stuffed my face full of cheese.
128.275, Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Toronto approach, Cessna Mike Delta Oscar Golf, with you 5,500. Cessna Mike Delta Oscar Golf,
64
approach,
south.
roger, altimeter 3041. Pacific 5746, contact Toronto Center on 135.3.
Expecting them to tell me to vector off here in just a minute.
746.
So, for anyone slightly interested, the economy flights that I'm dealing with, I'm flying from Cleveland to Toronto with 3 passengers, and I'm going back to Cleveland with 2 single passengers. And from there, I'm flying out to Bowling Green with 3 passengers, 2 Browns fans and 1 Indians fan. Okay, so the Cleveland Indians fan, got no problems with it. I root for the Indians. 2 Browns fans may not make it, seeing how I'm a Steelers fan. They may only make it halfway. But they may make it all the way to the ground. I'm not really that mean.
8 miles southwest, turn right, heading 080, expect vectors ILS, runway 33, left approach.
Alright.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, please expedite your turn to heading 080.
Guess we'll land on 33 left then. Let's change our charts.
World Travel 3823, contact Toronto Center on 124.925. 124.925, World Travel 3823.
1090, yes, 95. Course heading on that will be 327. Right about. There. And they should have us coming in about 3,000. Maybe 26.
November 3342 Tango, Toronto Center, Roger, altimeter
What I will
3041.
do is go to here. Sure. Now let's do picture vectors and load it. Yes, Cessna 182 from A2A. Cessna 182 from A2A. Has the whole setup for your payload and maintenance garage, walk around. So everything works on it. It is funky to start up. You better start it up right or you'll sit there and flood it out. Is the FS, yes, FS economy. I fly with the Monkey Show with MS Air. Right now flying from Cleveland to Toronto, Toronto back to Cleveland, and out to Bowling Green. If I get ambitious, I might fly to Wisconsin. Bowling Green and Wisconsin may or may not be on the stream. Back is getting sort of sore sitting here. overdid it at work this week. But thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. $50 miles out. Okay, so we can go to nav now. The only one doing GA right now. Well, I would have a couple other monkeys with me doing GA.
But he got stuck with the jackass.
I did not get stuck with the jackass, Dan. But they had commitments like work, Boy Scouts, camp out, so important things. So I'm flying by myself tonight, but we tend to fly GA, smaller or bigger prop planes. We do fly the Phenom 300, Embraer 505, Phenom 300. We occasionally do fly the larger planes, but the ones we like are these. I've got a Beechcraft King Air 200 that I like. Zig flies with us, Zigzaggy on YouTube and Twitch. He has the Dash 8. And then Draco's now got a Piper, Cheyenne, Cherokee.
Yeah, I think it's Cherokee.
Is it Cherokee? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a twin engine. It flies about the same pace as the King Air, so. The water and the clouds in the environment is all through the Rex 4. I have that on there. And actually, it's even saved on Rex 4. You can take that theme and find it. It's actually MoonDog Flies, in case you wanted to add it to, if you liked it enough. I've had all Draco and Zig and I all fly it the same, and then there's two other monkeys. I think Roy and BP have both done it, but then they both changed something on it. They liked the water, but they didn't like some of the runway stuff. Also have Orbix, Orbix with vectors. That's telling me that we should be making a left turn here before too long. Make a left turn, and then we make another left turn, and then we make another left turn. Sound familiar? Turn left. Aha! Almost called it on time. should be landing right about over there. We're an hour and 2 minutes into the flight, a little bit longer than that. They didn't start that right away, so we're probably more like an hour and 10. So anyone interested, I threw up a video this evening of some Wreckfest. Let me know if what you think of it. Leave a comment or whatever if you liked if you'd like to see more of that. The other thing is, I'm sure I know of one monkey in the evening that will do some Wreckfest with me. Correct, Dan? Yeah. Where? As in where the video is? Wreckfest is on the YouTube channel. Isn't difficult to find. It's Mr. MoonDog 88 there also. I'm surprised I don't have a link to that on Twitch.
Bombardier, Port 1 Sierra. Contact Toronto Center on 124.90225.
Do I seriously not have my own channel on YouTube linked in Twitch? I guess it's possible. Probably even highly probable. Yep, I got everyone but my own there. What do you know? So I guess what I could do only open up another screen. From here.
Piper 215, traffic is 5 o'clock, 4 miles at 5,500. Cessna Skylane, report them in sight. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf,
Okay.
traffic is 1 o'clock, 4 miles at 7,500. Piper Archer, report them in sight. Piper 215, have traffic.
And watch it. I get my own self in trouble for posting links in my own chat. There you go.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, have the traffic.
Fair warning, I did do the smart thing of sort of jumping over the portions where we're setting up between races, because there was occasionally where we're dealing with changing cars and or running and grabbing food, stuff like that. So all that stuff was cut out. Far out. When I do start to head in to landing, I'll try and pay attention to chat while I'm landing. Fair warning that, you know, I may get distracted off of that. Let's look in action. It's nice when it's a nice clear day and you can see the plane and the ground and everything, and not have to be trying to look through clouds that are so thick that you can't even see the plane.
Yep.
Because that's been one that I've definitely had to fly through. Actually, thinking about it, Dan, the last time I flew to Canada with you, like on the stream, it was flying into Quebec, but it was such pea soup, I never even saw the plane while I landed. So, your average isn't bad. Either really bad or really good. So, if we average that out, it's okay flying.
Yeah.
Which also makes me wonder if the next time I fly into Canada with you in the stream, does that mean it'll be back to nearly impossible to see?
The future.
My wife was watching all of the Back to the Future movies, and the one when they go into the future, the sad thing is they went into the future, which is now our current past.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, I didn't recognize a single one of them cars. So off to our south in that direction, that's where Niagara, city of Niagara Falls is. We're starting to actually fly over Lake Ontario. So we will have flown over 2 of the 5 lakes.
Yep.
Just doing redundancy if they're all set, both of them are set to the same one right now. We get onto ILS and locked onto ILS, then I'll make sure that we change the heading sure our heading is heading the correct way to take if we do have to abort the landing. Then again, flying with us, when have we ever aborted the landing and just approach it? Nope, we always go, yep, that's it, we're landing here right now. That happens more than it doesn't. 11 minutes out, 24 nautical miles. Probably have another 3 or 4 minutes in this direction before we start to vector to our left. Let's see. Make sure our stream healths are good. Good, excellent, good. One I want to see. Not flying it fast enough to yet.
H906 Quebec, turn left heading 015. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, descend and maintain
3,000, thank you very much.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Turn left heading 015. H906 Quebec. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, please expedite your descent to wind south.
We're expediting, trust me, we're expediting to the point that I need to back off on the speed here. Rip those wings off again. Alberto, hey, evening gentlemen, I can't fly, see how fast the Cessna's can't fully see how fast the Cessna's flying. Okay, well, right now we're doing about 132, 133 it says, because we're going way too quick at the moment. But we are descending, so back off from that some. As we start to descend before we make our turn in. Off in speed, we'll just sit in a little bit. Alright, so go to ILS, cabin.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, contact Toronto approach on 133.4.
this. I want to make sure. Nav approach. I think that's right.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, York 300, fly your assigned altitude, plus 15,000, altimeter 3040. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, turn left heading 025, plus 15,000.
Turn left heading 025, 11 maintain 3000. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf.
Almost stalled it out there, caught it.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, turn right heading 055.
Toronto departure. Cessna Charlie Golf, Juliet Romeo Charlie. Type Cessna Skyhawk, 2 miles south at Bushwood. Request flight following.
Cessna Charlie Golf, Juliet Romeo Charlie, Toronto departure, squawk 0347. Cessna 34 jump, using later space. Later service terminated, squawk 1200. Frequency change requested.
Turn right heading 055. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Squawk 1200. Frequency change
Why don't
approved.
you turn left here again real quick?
Squawk 0347. Cessna Juliet Romeo Charlie.
Cessna Juliet Romeo Charlie, later contact 3 miles south, Joshua 2000, altimeter 3040. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, York 17 miles south, turn left heading 355, set to maintain 3000, cleared ILS, runway 33, left approach, maintain 2000 until established as a localizer. Contact Toronto Tower 118.7.
Turn left heading 355. 11 maintain 3000. Cleared ILS. Runway 33 left approach. Maintain 3000 until established. Tower on 118.7. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Copy. Cessna Juliet Romeo Charlie. Toronto approach. 8 November 86906 Quebec with you.
November 86906, that's Toronto approach, roger, noted.
Toronto Tower. Cessna Mike Delta Oscar Golf is 16 miles southeast. Inbound ILS. Runway 33 left approach. Cessna Mike Delta
Towards
Oscar
me, so I
Golf.
should turn
Toronto
here in just a
Tower.
second.
Take straight in. Runway 33 left. Altimeter 3041.
should be turning up onto. Sorry, I was concentrating, making sure it didn't lock on there, so I've had to turn and make sure that it came back and locked on. We're now lining up on the glides, or the heading, approach heading. We have a little bit of cloud cover here. Looks like we have an ore ship down there below us. We're below the glide slope, so we're good there. Lined up on this, so we'll be hitting 27. Props. Full mixture because we're landing. We're on the approach line good there. Looking out. Don't quite see it yet through the haze. Speed we wanted about 70 on this plane. Wings, flaps desired, fuel selected both. Arrow set, yes. L flaps closed. Full close now. Sure. Just engine right. Okay. Landing 70 to 80 knots. With flaps up at the end. Wing flaps. So, should be about full flaps right now anyways. Maintenance first, okay. Glide slope's coming down finally. Alright, getting ready to land. When you're traveling at 80 knots, you're not going to be moving very quickly. Glide slope's locked down. We're pulling us down a little bit there. Yep, sure is. Golf course. Who wants to go golfing? Any lights? us up. Everything looks good. Speed's a little high. Really want to keep the speed right about 70. $75 won't be bad.
Cessna Delta Oscar Golf, cleared to land, runway 33 left, follow HT on final. Cleared to land, runway 33 left, Cessna Delta Oscar Golf.
So that king that's in there moving quicker than us is landing, we thought.
Inbound ILS, runway 33 left, approach. Orbit 9358.
Anyone coming in behind us better either match speed or
Altimeter 30.
go into the other runway for the moment.
Fly straight in, runway 33 left, orbit 9358.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's one right behind us flying straight in. Okay.
H906 to back, exit runway when able.
Take level flaps out of it.
Orbit 9358, cleared to land, runway 33 left, number 2 for landing, follow Cessna Skylane on final. H906 to back, turn next taxiway. Cleared to land, runway 33 left, number 2, orbit 9358.
Oh, it's actually pretty busy. Making them busier by being too slow. This is required, so taking bets on whether or not they turn the guy behind us or not.
Toronto Tower, Pacifica 5611, 8 miles southeast, inbound ILS, runway 33 left, approach.
H906 to back, turn next taxiway, Pacifica 5611, Toronto Tower, fly straight in, runway 33 left, altimeter 3040.
Fly straight in, runway 33 left, Pacifica 5611.
Pacifica 5611, cleared to land, runway 33 left, number 3 for landing, follow Airbus gate 321 on final. H906 to back, contact ground on 118.0. Going to 118.0, H906 Quebec.
What's our altitude? We're at
Cleared to land,
1200.
runway 33 left,
What
number
is
3,
altitude
Pacifica
here?
5611.
Okay, so the Airbus passed us landing. And we're going to wreck because of the jet wash, thank you. 2150 for this bike one? No.
Orbit 90358, go around. Finder
could have landed already.
Niner 358. Contact Toronto's approach on 128.275. Going at 128.275. Orbit Niner 358.
Okay. Autopilot off. Jet wash or something? Come on.
Pacifica 5611. Go around.
Going around Pacifica 5611.
Pacifica 5611. Contact Toronto's approach on 128.275. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf. Contact ground on 118.0. 118.0 for Cessna Delta Oscar Golf.
Alright, taxi out.
Going to 128.
Toronto ground. Cessna Mike Delta Oscar Golf. Request taxi to parking. Cessna Mike Delta Oscar Golf. Taxi to general aviation parking. Via taxiway Foxtrot 2 Foxtrot Juliet Kilo. Beach Niner 6 Quebec. Continue taxi. Roger. Beach Niner 6 Quebec. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Foxtrot 2 Foxtrot Juliet Kilo. Cessna Delta Oscar Golf.
Alright, landed down, and it was a decently longer flight than what I thought. A little hair raising there at the end, and my back's killing me, so I'm going to end the stream there. I want to thank for Dan for hanging out in Discord and chat with us there. Rest of the guys should be back for, or at least some of them should be back for Tuesday night flying. Check us out then. Don't forget all the usual stuff: share, like, pass on, subscribe, follow, all those things if you like the channels and what you saw and stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Next time we'll be Tuesday night, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Thanks for stopping by, everyone.